A very good morning, class 8. So as we were doing the chapter phrases from your grammar book, and that was our chapter number 20th. So we have completed up till page number 111, and we have discussed up to 8 phrases. That was the participial phrase. We have discussed up till that, and we have done exercise number 2 also. So we have completed. Now we come to a positive phrase. So we are doing chapter number 20, that is phrases. So we have discussed up till 8. We have discussed 8 types of phrases, and now we have come to the 9th and 10th. So 2 are left. So the 9th one is a positive phrase. 9th one is a positive phrase. So what are appositive phrases? Appositive phrases is a renaming or amplification of a word that immediately precedes it. Frequently, another kind of phrase will serve in apposition. Apposition means renaming और amplifying. Amplifying means किसी चीज़ को जब हम बढ़ा के बोलते हैं. So here it means that it renames or amplifies the word that immediately precedes. Proceed उससे बिल्कुल जो पहले आया है उस वर्ड को वो एम्पलीफाई करता है, मीन्स बढ़ा चढ़ा के उसके बारे में और बोलता है, रीनेम करता है उसको. तो फ्रीक्वेंटली अनदर काइंड ऑफ फ्रेज विल सर्व इन अपोजिशन. माई फेवरेट टीचर. माई फेवरेट टीचर. माई फेवरेट टीचर. ठीक है, ये हो गया कॉमन. A fine chess player. A fine chess player. A fine chess player in her own right. In her own right. Has won. Now, has won several state level tournaments. Several state level tournaments. Now here what he has done, you can read here. What about he is telling? My favorite teacher. He is discussing about, he is telling about my favorite teacher. इसके बारे में बात करें, this is the subject, and further he adds a fine chess player in her own right. Means her favorite teacher or his favorite teacher, he is a fine chess player in her own right, plus has won several state level tournaments. Means इसमें वो किसको एम्पलीफाई कर रहा है ज़्यादा? फेवरेट टीचर को एम्पलीफाई कर रहा है. वो इनके बारे में ज़्यादा रीनेम कर रहा है, इनको बार बार इनके बारे में डिस्क्राइब कर रहा है, इसको मॉडिफाई कर रहा है, इसको रीनेम कर रहा है, इसको एम्पलीफाई कर रहा है. सो ही इज टेलिंग हियर अबाउट हिज फेवरेट टीचर. ही इज अ फाइन चेस प्लेयर एंड ही हैज़ वॉन सेवरल स्टेट लेवल टूर्नामेंट्स. सो द बेस्ट एक्सरसाइज वॉकिंग ब्रिस्कली. बेस्ट एक्सरसाइज पहले उसने लिखा, फिर आगे हमने डिस्क्राइब किया वॉकिंग ब्रिस्कली इज ऑल्सो द लीस्ट एक्सपेंसिव. बेस्ट एक्सरसाइज है, कौन सी है, नेम किया उसको, रीनेम किया, वॉकिंग ब्रिस्कली. Then again it is amplifying it that it is the least expensive. Here it is working as a gerund. Here it is working as a noun. फेवरेट टीचर के बारे में बात करें तो ये नाउन फ्रेज एज अ पॉजिटिव हुआ. बट इन द नेक्स्ट वन द बेस्ट एक्सरसाइज वॉकिंग ब्रिस्कली. सो हियर वर्बल नाउन की तरह ये यूज हो रहा है gerund, because here it is talking about some exercise and it is naming that exercise walking briskly, and again it is telling you about something about that exercise, that it is the least expensive. So here it is gerund phrase a positive. Tanisha's goal in life. तनीषा का गोल क्या है? टू बिकम एन ऑक्यूपेशनल थेरेपिस्ट। तनीषा का गोल है टू बिकम एन ऑक्यूपेशनल थेरेपिस्ट, इज विद इन हर ग्रास्प दिस ईयर। इस साल उसकी ग्रास्प में है, मीन्स वो बन जाएगी। तो यहाँ पे क्या है, टू बिकम, तो ये आ गया टू प्लस वर्ब। तो टू प्लस वर्ब कौन सा होता है हमारा, इन्फिनेटिव। सो दिस इज इन्फिनेटिव फ्रेज, अ पॉजिटिव। हियर द फ्रेज इज माई फेवरेट टीचर, best exercise, and Tanisha's goal in life are the noun phrases that serve in a position. Because here we are telling about, we are describing about, yeah, we are amplifying our noun phrase, my favorite teacher, exercise, or Tanisha's goal in life. Now turn the page, come at page number 112, absolute phrase. Absolute phrase. Now what is absolute phrase? It is also known as the nominative phrase. इसको हम nominative phrase भी बोलते हैं, इसको ये भी बोला जाता है, ठीक है। Also called as nominative phrase is a group of words including a noun. ये भी एक ग्रुप ऑफ वर्ड्स है, इसमें नाउन आ जाता है, प्रोनाउन और अ पार्टिसिपल एज वेल एज एसोसिएटेड मॉडिफायर्स। तो इनको हम नॉमिनेटिव फ्रेज कहते हैं क्योंकि इसमें नाउन भी आ सकता है। इट कैन इंक्लूड अ नाउन, प्रोनाउन और अ पार्टिसिपल एज वेल एज उससे एसोसिएटेड मॉडिफायर्स, क्योंकि उस वर्ड को वो मॉडिफाई भी करेंगे। वन वर्ड कैनॉट बी अ फ्रेज, सो टू मॉडिफाई इट वी नीड वन और टू वर्ड्स दैट कैन डिस्क्राइब इट. So absolute phrase modifies or gives information about the entire sentence. तो ये पूरे sentence के बारे में आपको information देता है. It resembles a clause but it lacks a true finite verb. ये लगता तो clause जैसा है but इसमें true finite verb नहीं होता है, means proper finite verb नहीं होता है. Finite verb means your main action word. So it is separated by a comma or a pair of commas from the rest of the sentences. So ये इसका identification है. First of all, we should understand it properly that it is also a group of words. It includes a noun, pronoun or a participle and associated modifiers. Absolute phrase, it modifies and gives information about the entire sentence. ये आपको पूरे sentence के बारे में information देगा और ये clause की तरह लगता है. It resembles a clause but it does not have a proper or a true finite verb, and it is separated by a comma or a pair of commas with the other part of the sentence. Now we will see how. He looks sad. He looks sad, comma, his face expressing worry. His face expressing worry. He looks sad. हमारा पहला क्या आ गया कि वो उसका जो चेहरा है वो सैड दिख रहा है. He looks sad. और उसके बाद his face expressing worry. He looks sad, उदास लग रहा है और उसका जो फेस है वो कैसा लग रहा है, it is expressing worry. तो यहाँ पे आपको पूरे सेंटेंस के बारे में पता चल गया. It is giving you the full information about the sentence that he looks sad. पहले उन्होंने एक बात बोली, he looks sad, और उसके बाद आप वो ये बताया कि उसका उनका जो फेस है it is expressing worry. She was waiting for her friend. First clause, her eyes on the clock. और उनकी जो आइज़ थी वो क्लॉक पे थी. क्यों? क्योंकि वो अपनी फ्रेंड की वेट कर रही थी. तो इट इज़ गिविंग यू द फुल इंफॉर्मेशन अबाउट द सेंटेंस. जॉन इज़ पेंटिंग अ वॉल, हिज शर्ट डर्टी विद पेंट. जॉन इज़ पेंटिंग अ वॉल, फर्स्ट क्लॉज. सेकेंडली वो आपको एक और इन्फॉर्मेशन दे रहा है, हिज शर्ट डर्टी विद paint. So, or in all these three sentences, The clause is separated by a comma and it is giving you the information about the entire sentence. Appositive और absolute, इनमें क्या difference है? Appositive are noun और noun phrases. Appositive में maximum noun phrases use होते हैं that rename another noun right beside them. जैसे मैंने आपको बताया कि जो word होता है उससे पहले जो word आया है या उसके आसपास का जो word है उसको वो describe करते हैं, ठीक है, rename करते हैं या amplify करते हैं. Absolute phrase क्या है? Do not directly connect or modify the specific word. जो एब्सोल्यूट है फ्रेज है वो एक एग्जैक्ट एक वर्ड को डायरेक्टली और इनडायरेक्टली कनेक्ट नहीं करता है या मॉडिफाई नहीं करता है. दे मॉडिफाई द एंटायर सेंटेंस, वो पूरे सेंटेंस को मॉडिफाई कर देते हैं. जैसे आप फर्स्ट देखिए, ही लुक सैड. इन्होंने एक वर्ड को नहीं मॉडिफाई किया, ही लुक सैड. उन्होंने बताया उसका जो फेस है, ही लुक सैड, सैड दिख रहे हैं, उसका जो फेस है वो वरी एक्सप्रेस कर रहा है. तो इसमें उन्होंने पूरे सेंटेंस का ही मीनिंग डिफरेंट कर दिया है, एडिंग इंफॉर्मेशन. सो a positive, it modifies a word, especially a noun phrase, but the absolute phrase, it modifies the entire sentence. So now we will do exercise number 3. Name the phrases in bold type in the following sentences as a positive or absolute. She apologized to the blind man. She apologized to the blind man. Exercise number 3. It is on page number 112. She apologized to the blind man, her heart pleading for mercy. She apologized to the blind man, her heart pleading for mercy. So this is absolute, क्योंकि ये पूरे सेंटेंस को मॉडिफाई कर रहे हैं. 2 superstars signed autographs. 2 superstars signed autographs, their faces beaming happily. Again it is absolute. Third one. Her aim, comma, to become a topper at the state level exams was finally realized. Her aim, ठीक है, उसका एम क्या था? To become a topper at the state level exams. तो यहाँ पे उसके एम को क्या किया जा रहा है? एम्पलीफाई किया जा रहा है. तो ये क्या हुआ? अ पॉजिटिव. फोर्थ, their reputation as winners secured by victory. The Chennai Super Kings charged into semi-finals. So this is absolute. It is modifying the entire sentence. The flickering aspect of your face. Flickering aspect of your face wins you many friends. Absolute. My uncle. So now we are talking about my uncle. A very tight, shrewd businessman. Uncle कैसे हैं उसके? A very tight, shrewd businessman hardly visits us these days. This is a positive. This is a positive. Now come to exercise number 4. Use the clues given in column A to identify the phrases. Write them in column B. तो आपको यहाँ पे उन्होंने clues दिए हैं. So you have to write down. First one, it modifies the complete sentence. कौन सा जो phrase है, which phrase modifies the complete sentence? It is absolute. So this is just like a recapitulation of all the phrases we have just finished. It has a past participle verb we plus ed functioning as adjective. तो कौन सा होता है past participle verb? This is participial. Participial. Third one. It amplifies the word that precedes it. Amplify कौन करता है? A positive. Fourth one. It has a present participle verb functioning as a noun. V plus ing. Verb plus ing. Gerund. Fifth. It consists of infinitive, to plus simple form of the verb. So to plus simple form of the verb क्या होता है? Infinitive. Sixth. It is a combination of main verb and its auxiliaries. Main verb or auxiliaries? Verbal. Verb. It is verb phrase. It modifies a verb, an adjective or another adverb. So क्या होता है ये? Adverb जो verb को, adjective को और another adverb को modify करता है, that is adverb. It modifies a noun or a pronoun. Adjective. Adjective. Ninth. It consists of a noun as the head word. Noun जब head word हो तो कौन सा phrase है? It's noun phrase. It consists of a preposition and object of preposition. Simple. Prepositional. Preposition. It is on page number 113. Now here we have to identify the type of phrases in the bold type in the following sentences. तो इन्होंने बोल्ड किया हुआ है phrases को, हमें आइडेंटिफाई करना है कौन सी phrase है, type of phrase. The young man threw the dog a bone. The young man. तो यहाँ पे किसको मॉडिफाई किया गया है? मैन को. So मैन क्या है? Noun. So it's a noun phrase. It's a noun phrase. My jacket. My jacket, a wind cheater, fits well. My jacket, a wind cheater. तो यहाँ पे हम किसको एम्पलीफाई कर रहे हैं? जैकेट को. तो ये क्या हो गया? A positive. She seemed extremely pleasant. Pleasant. Pleasant हमारा हुआ एडजेक्टिव. Extremely उसके साथ हमने मॉडिफाई किया तो क्या बन गया? Adverb. He has been working since 8 a.m. Has been working. तो यहाँ पे work जो है verb है उसको मॉडिफाई किया गया तो क्या हुआ ये? Verb phrase. Flying above the lake. Flying above the lake. Flying above the lake. तो ये क्या हुआ? Flying above. Preposition. Prepositional. Prepositional phrase. Sixth. Robert Frost, a poet of 20th century. इज मच एडमायर्ड, रॉबर्ट फ्रॉस्ट। फिर उसके बारे में बताया गया, पोइट ऑफ 20th सेंचुरी। तो ये क्या हुआ? अ पॉजिटिव। यू आर मच क्वाइट क्विकर देन आई, क्विकर, क्विक, ये आपका क्विक हुआ आपका एडजेक्टिव। मच क्विकर, तो आप इसको लिखेंगे एडवर्ब। 8, hearing the noise, the bird we came out, hearing the noise, hearing the noise we came out। कौन सा हुआ ये फ्रेज? आवाज़ सुनकर हम बाहर आए, hearing the noise। so this is participial phrase। Ninth one, in an instance, in an instance, एक मिनट में, the bird flew away। in an instance, the bird flew away। it can be prepositional or absolute। in an instance, prepositional। this is absolute। in an instance, the bird flew away। because no commas are placed in the prepositional, so which we have done the earlier one phrases up till verb phrase, there are no commas used, so there are no commas used, but after this infinitive and all that, gerund, participle, so there is a comma in this, in an instance, the bird flew away, so I think it's an absolute। startled by a croak, the nightingale stopped singing। participle, participle phrase। I passed him in the street without his recognizing me, without his recognizing me, it's an gerund। for many years she has been waiting for this opportunity, for many years, she has been waiting for this opportunity, it is again absolute because it is giving you information about the entire, for many years she has been waiting for this opportunity, he gazed at me, his eyes telling me all the secrets, absolute। he is interested in flying to Paris, to Paris, prepositional। please handle the fragile items with care, adverb। so with this we have completed this chapter। we have completed our chapter number 20. So all of you also complete this work, all this work in your which exercise will you do in this? So I think you do this exercise in notebooks. This one. ये आप notebooks में कर लीजिए. This one. So do this exercise in notebooks. Exercise number 5. So now we come to the clauses. So what are clauses? As I told you that clauses, phrases and sentences, they are connected in something. Like sentence is the largest unit of the grammar. It is the largest unit. And phrase, I told you, is also a group of words. Sentence is also a group of words, and clause is also a group of words. So what is the difference between the phrase and clause? Phrase is a group of word, but it does not have a subject and a verb, or a subject or a predicate, subject or a verb, you can say that. But clauses, which we call in Hindi उपवाक्य, phrases को हम बोलते हैं वाक्यांश, वाक्य का अंश, part of a sentence. Clause उपवाक्य, like we say principal of the school. Principal से नीचे क्या होता है? Vice principal. So this is उपवाक्य, means sentence से नीचे वाला part, उपवाक्य. And clause से नीचे आ जाता है वाक्यांश, that is the phrase, वाक्य का अंश, part of a sentence. So this is a one step higher than the phrase and one step lower than the sentence. So clause is a group of word that contains a subject and a predicate. दोनों part ये contain करता है. Sentence के two parts होते हैं, subject and a predicate. So clause contains subject as well as a predicate. Clauses are the building blocks of a sentence. तो अगर हमें proper sentence बनाना है तो हमारे लिए clause बहुत important है, because they are called as the building blocks. building blocks, आप घर बनाते हैं, घर के लिए आपको पूरा सब कुछ, सीमेंट चाहिए, bricks चाहिए, and you put a brick, then you put a layer of that cement, and again you put one more brick on that. So these clauses are like the building blocks of a sentence. एक एक clause लगेगा तो हमारा एक complete sentence बनता है. There are two types of clauses, main clause, or we call it independent clause, and the other one is subordinate or the dependent clause. So it is important for the purpose of sentence formation to be able to recognize main and subordinate clause. So until and unless you don't understand that what are the clauses and what are its type, so before getting to know about these two clauses, main and dependent, you cannot form a proper meaningful sentence. So for forming a complete meaningful sentence, you need to understand main clause, that is the dependent clause, or the subordinate clause or dependent clause. So main clause, first of all we will discuss about the main clause, that is the independent clause. Main clause is a group of words that contains a subject and a predicate. जो main clause है वो एक sentence होता है छोटा सा, जिसमें आपके subject भी मिलेगा, predicate भी मिलेगा. It expresses a complete thought. वो अपने आप में एक independent sentence होता है. It does not need anything else to complete its meaning. It gives a complete meaning. So 3 characteristics or components of the main clause हमारे क्या क्या होते हैं? Subject होता है उसमें. It gives the information of what the sentence is about. आपको पता चल जाएगा कि वो sentence किसके बारे में, वो हमारा subject हो गया. Action verb और a predicate. जो predicate होता है ना, वो हमारा action verb भी हो सकता है. उससे आपको पता चलेगा कि sentence में जो doer है या जो thing है, whatever we are talking about, the main सेंटेंस के बारे में जिसके बारे में हम बात कर रहे हैं, सेंटेंस में क्या है, थिंग है, प्लेस है, एनिमल है या नेम है, व्हाट दैट पर्सन इज डूइंग, सो इट कैन बी द वर्ब और द प्रेडिकेट, सब्जेक्ट वर्ब. So conveying a complete thought. Third thing is it conveys the complete thought. First is it contains a subject. Second, it contains the predicate. And third, it gives a complete meaning. So these are the three important points of the main clause. Ram left to buy supplies. Now in this sentence, about whom we are talking about Ram. So what he is doing? He left. वो जा चुका है, किसके लिए? राम लेफ्ट, राम जा चुका है. फॉर व्हाट? टू बाय सप्लाईज, वो सप्लाईज को खरीदने के लिए जा चुका है. तो इट इज गिविंग द मेन क्लॉज विद द सब्जेक्ट प्रेडिकेट एंडिंग विद अ फुल स्टॉप. हैंस इट इज कॉल्ड अ सेंटेंस, अ सिंपल सेंटेंस. राम लेफ्ट टू बाय सप्लाईज एक सेंटेंस, एंड रोहन स्नीक्ड इनटू हिज रूम, ये हमारा दूसरा सेंटेंस आ गया. और हमने इसे टू मेन क्लॉजेज आर जॉइंड बाय जॉइनिंग वर्ड, दैट इज कॉल्ड कंस्ट्रक्शन. जो होती है जब हम टू सेंटेंसेस को जॉइन करते हैं तो हम एंड लगाते हैं, बीच में एक वर्ड लगता है, दैट इज कॉल्ड दी कनेक्टर. एंड जब टू सेंटेंसेस जॉइन होते हैं तो हम उसको कहते हैं कंपाउंड सेंटेंस. राम लेफ्ट टू बाय सप्लाईज इज अ सिंपल सेंटेंस. Ram left to buy supplies and Rohan sneaked into the room. So there are two thoughts and we have connected these two thoughts with the word and. So this becomes a compound sentence. Okay. So go through this lesson. We will discuss the rest part of it in the tomorrow's lecture.